To go from sharing their home with hundreds of other dogs to being the king or queen of their own couch.
Oh boy, here we go, we're running.
Is a dream for dogs like these.
What are you doing?
Hello, Puerto Rico! In 2018, I had the opportunity to meet and work with Bonnie, who runs the Scar Animal Rescue in Puerto Rico.
I heard you're a pirate. I was like, I already like her.
I brought back 3 very special medically needy dogs that I knew I could find homes for in the Pacific Northwest. First up was Mr. Rags, a 13-year-old with a very old injury to his humerus that had been living with Bonnie for years.
I heard you're a very old man. Come here. With old fractures.
And then we had Flora, a super sweetheart with an unknown skin condition that made her bald and beautiful.
Come here, Flora. Do you want to come home with me? And we can figure out why you have such bad skin?
And finally, there was McGee, a super special senior with a heart of gold. Sadly, someone had thrown chemicals in his eyes and he was completely blind.
Why would someone do that to you? I'm very sorry.
Each of these dogs had been through so much in their lives, and I am so honored that Bonnie would trust me with their future.
It's okay, Boo. You're gonna have a great life. You deserve it. 6 years he's been with me.
Part of me did not want to leave Puerto Rico.
Thank you very much for walking in my life.
But I had 3 dogs with 3 very unique medical issues that I needed to get back home and address as soon as possible. Back in Washington, we learned that Flora did not have a rare skin disease. She was a totally healthy, normal pup, just a super cute little noodle born naked. But our 2 seniors, McGee and Rags, were a totally different story.
Mr. McGee. This little boy is so special.
So cute.
Unfortunately, during McGee's medical exam, we found that the chemical damage to his eyes was not reversible. To make matters worse, McGee had advanced dental disease that required immediate surgery.
So we're looking at like over 20 teeth extracted today. Yeah.
The longer a senior dog is under anesthesia, the higher the risk.
We need to monitor him really closely.
Oh wait.
He had like a single dropped beat, and that's kind of a little red flag.
Our goal was to pull those teeth and wake him as soon as possible.
There's another one. Another one? Okay.
There's another beat that's dropped. He is definitely a CPR kid, so if something happens, I want CPR.
Yep, absolutely.
Home stretch, McGee, home stretch. You've waited so long for this.
Almost there, baby.
Oh, there you go, bud. So McGee decided he wanted to wake up, which is perfect.
Fortunately, McGee pulled through, and even with 30 less teeth, I knew that he'd lead a much more comfortable life. Mr. Rags was quite the medical mystery.
Below his elbow, he looks perfect, but you can see where his old fracture is.
That's insane.
We were faced with a tough decision. Should we amputate his leg, or should we leave it alone?
On the other hand, he doesn't experience pain there. I don't know. I think I'd leave him alone.
I think leave him alone. He's had it like this for half his life. He's an old man.
Yeah.
Dude. You're like a miracle.
He's a miracle. I was thinking the same thing.
You're like a miracle. You're like the 1 in a million that gets to keep your not connected leg. We found the perfect couple for McGee to spend his remaining years with.
It is official. McGee is your forever baby.
Good job, buddy.
Oh my gosh, it finally happened. We finally have him.
Well, one thing's for sure, he's incredibly cute. He's just a darling dog.
Your new family is coming today. This is Flora. I'll hand her over to you. The naked noodle. I brought you clothes, baby girl.
Oh my gosh, this is so cute.
Alex and Flora were made for each other. It was ultimate girl power all the way. That dog is about to be #spoiled rotten.
13 years old and you've waited so long. The day has finally come.
Mr. Rags was the last of the crew to be adopted.
You've given this young man the best years of his life.
As soon as I met Cody, I got goosebumps.
BFFs forever.
It was definitely meant to be. It may have taken a decade, but they finally found each other. I think they both won the adoption lottery. It's been a year since our Puerto Rican crew came to the mainland and found their forever homes, and I can't wait to see what they've been up to.
Meet Flora! Hi! She's like, oh my God, what's going on? Scott and Abby love Miss Flora. They contribute to the spoiling of Flora regularly. She gets toys and treats and clothes. Flora has a very, very large wardrobe. What can I say?
Oh, here she is in one of her little hoodies.
Oh boy, here we go. We're running. We're running. She's in a hurry.
I love this one. Her little human is reading to her. The moment I arrived at Scar in Puerto Rico, she was the first dog to come right up to me. She was always on top of me, licking me. What solidified her coming back with us was her pushing her way into that spot. She was not letting me leave the island without her.
I am forever thankful that she's in my life. Can't imagine my life without Flora at this point, quite honestly.
Here's a little note from McGee's adopters. McGee adapted quickly to his new home despite his blindness.
Come on, Mickey, come on.
Look at him go, finding his way straight back to Mom and Dad by their voice.
Oh, good boy.
We have seen his personality become livelier, and he definitely has found his voice as he helps our other dogs protect the home and herd the cats. Even though he's gotten his nose bumped and foot stepped on from time to time, he hasn't let that stop him from taking on the challenge of each new day. McGee's recovery after oral dental surgery is great. He's totally healthy and he's doing well eating and drinking. He's lost some weight and he's in better shape. And on top of that, he really is the happiest I'm sure he's ever been in his life. Oh my gosh. Look how proud his mom is. He's so happy. He's so happy. And I know there's one person that would be really excited to see how McGee's doing.
Man, McGee, you look so good. You're a one lucky dog. You just were at my gate that one morning. Somebody opened the door and tossed you out. We found you. Look where you are now. Couldn't get any better. Love ya.
Seeing Mr. McGee in his stroller, he's just so proud. And I love that they have him clipped in for safety. And then I love when he's in the park and he recalls from, what is that, like 100 feet away? Like he found his people. It's amazing what 1 year can do. Mr. Reg's new life is amazing. He is absolutely bonded to Cody. They're attached at the hip. When Cody leaves town and comes back, Mr. Reg's elated like it's the first time he's seeing him again.
I've never had the bond with this dog that I've had with anything else in the world. To be able to call him like my best friend. He's one of the most interesting, quirky dogs I've ever came in contact with.
What are you doing?
This is the epitome of Mr. Reg's. Every single day. All day. And then this one's so funny. Mr. Eggs, I just peed on the chair inside, LOL. And this is his face. Look at this one. A boy and his dog.
His perseverance through the struggles, it's really inspiring. I go through some things sometimes, and he inspires me to keep going and pushing through anything life hands me, because there's always is a light at the end of the tunnel, even if it is 13 years away. And I'm honored to call him my dog.
Well, there you have it. That solidifies why I can never quit. That is exactly what I wanted for Mr. Eggs, but to be able to bring that into a teenager's life, to unite two best friends, two souls that really were missing something, that's everything to me. Everything.